Welcome back to Pittsburgh Sports with Scooter. So, hey guys, let's talk about it. The Pirates' lefty woes continue. Um, they basically get dominated by the Arizona Diamondbacks. That's two games out of the wild card race. San Diego's a half a game ahead of us now. Um, and I just feel like I'm watching a lethargic, tired baseball team when I watch the Pirates right now. I know they had the big comeback the other night, but ultimately they lost, so it really didn't matter. They looked alive for 2 innings, and that's it. They haven't looked alive in this series since game 1, and if you could even call it that. I just feel like I'm seeing a baseball team that's never been here, that's tired, and that needs some air breathed back into this lineup. They're getting the starting pitching now for the most part. They're getting the bullpen to do its job at this point. Now they can't hit. They just look tired. They need to get O'Neal Cruz back in this lineup. They need to get Spencer Horwitz back in this lineup. And I think that will be a big help if these guys can come back and contribute right away. They can't come in and slump for a couple weeks to find their rhythm again. They have to come back swinging the bats. That's an absolute must. And this front office needs to get some trades done. Just the motivation of this front office showing them that they have their back and bringing in some bullpen pieces, maybe a starter, maybe a right-handed bat, maybe all the above, who knows? Just that alone will breathe some life back into this team. Yeah, last night they were just dominated by another lefty starter. They didn't do anything. And when they did, the couple times they did, they couldn't get a big hit to score a run. The typical left-handed problems. But I'm seeing it left-handed and right-handed lately. They just look tired to me. The talent's there. I think these injuries are finally starting to show up. Here's the thing. 2 or 3 weeks ago when they started this run up to the trade deadline, and we saw the teams they had to play. I remember having discussions on here and with people about if they can just keep their head above water, just play 500 baseball until they get to quote unquote a little bit easier part of the schedule. We would take it. And they did. They finished one game over 500 through that gauntlet, which is great. Problem is, they lost a few games in there they should have won. They should have been a few games more over 500. Uh, and they should be in a way better spot in this playoff race. But the bottom line is they're not, and they need to start playing better baseball. Um, let's face it, at this point, the way they're hitting lefties, even if they got into the playoffs, you don't think the starting rotation against them is going to be every left-hander any team can find anywhere in baseball? That's how I would play the Pirates. They've got to figure some of this stuff out. This organization has got to get them the pieces they need to be better. I still think it's mostly bullpen pieces, but I do think it would be nice if they could find you know, an average right-hander to get in this lineup to help with lefties. I don't know where you find that. I don't know what names are out there to do that, and I don't care, but go get it done. Uh, yes, the bullpen is the major problem, but there's a problem against lefties, and it needs to try to be addressed, I think. So we got a series starting tonight with the Cincinnati Reds. And look, guys, it kind of comes down to this. Cincinnati is a team that is not better than the Pirates. Cincinnati is a team that this team needs to beat. Um, they need to sweep them. I can't. I didn't look at the schedule. I don't know if this is a 3 game or a 4 game series, but if it's a 3 game series, they need to sweep, and if it's a 4 game series, they need to win at least 3 out of 4 in this series. They need a good, clean turn through this rotation. Uh, they really need uh, they need they need Paul Skeens to be an ace and put his foot down when he pitches. They need a good clean turn. They need Paul Skeens, Braxton Ashcraft, Mitch Keller, Jared Jones, and Bubba to go turn through this rotation and dominate like they're capable of. This offense needs to wake up, and it's going to have to start tonight, man, because if not, they're going to find themselves very quickly out of this playoff race. Now that San Diego's jumped in front of us, I mean, Arizona's now tied with Philly. There's 2 wild card spots here up for grabs. And Pittsburgh needs to start. They need to go on a roll, man. And it's hard to go on a roll when your bullpen's not good and when you can't hit lefties. Kind of hard to go win 7, 8, 9 games in a row. So let's hope this organization does what it needs to do. Let's hope this team gets a second wind, and they need to start getting on the winning side of baseball here starting tonight against the Cincinnati Reds. If you like this video, hit like and subscribe. And as always, and until next time, let's go Bucks.